What is up and welcome back to the video. So today is finally the day that we jump back into the KDX project. But before we get into that, I want to share a couple of things that I'm very stoked about. First off, the new subscribers, I want to say welcome to you all and thank you for hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate the support. Secondly, I did a little fitness-based video where I showed you guys my warm-up routines, and the videos were received very well. So what I'm gonna do is a little series, a video series on fitness and tips and techniques, riding technique. The next video is gonna be on arm pump and what we can do to help relieve the effects of arm pump. So stay tuned for that. And then the last thing before we jump into today's video, I'm going to be racing in the Farm Jam series. For the 2021 season, they decided to make some changes to their race format. So they have excluded the quads, and it's going to be very awesome hair scramble style racing. And the main focus for this year is going to be on youth development. So please guys, help support this series. They really have a lot of good intentions and they want to grow the sport in South Africa. Please enter the races and show them some support, or just come out to the event and support it where you can. If you want to enter the race, I'll have the race control website linked on the screen and down below in the description, and it'll be on the Facebook post. So get your entries in, come out and have a great time with us all. All right, so the last update on the KDX was quite a while ago. What I've been waiting on is this little flywheel puller, and the reason why we need this, the bike was having a no spark issue. Initially it was the spark plug wire. I replaced that and it still has no spark. So I tested the resistance through the coil, through the wire, and that's all fine. So the next thing in line is, and I spoke to some people that are very knowledgeable with these bikes, the stators tend to get corroded. So I'm going to pull off this cover, pull off the flywheel, and then we can get access to the stator, see how corroded it is, if it needs replacing, or if we can just clean it up. But before we get to that, we are going to jump into a little time lapse, or well, we're going to time travel back into the past, because I actually started filming this video about a month ago. So it's going to be a little time lapse of me tidying up the wiring harness, and then we'll jump into the next step of the video. And job done. So we've got the new kill switch on, got it routed nicely. This stuff is all the roadworthy stuff and for the instrument cluster, but the instrument cluster is busted up, so the number plate will just hide this. Good coming in, and this bike comes with this nice boot to hide all the wiring. Got everything tied up and routed nicely out of the way of anything important. Forgot to cut a zip tie over there. So, and yeah, hopefully soon we'll get this stator sorted out, and then we can get the bike started again. Okay, so the next job, let's pull off the wheels and replace those tires and tubes. Alright, so with that done, we are on to the next move. I tried to fit the tubes and the tires myself. I ended up pinching the tubes multiple times. So what I did was I took the wheels and the rims to EMD Racing. I got these very budget-friendly racecraft tires from them, and they fitted up the wheels and tubes for me. So if you go to EMD and you purchase tires or tubes, they will do the fitment for you for free, which is pretty awesome. So now that the wheels or the tires are fitted onto the rims, it's time to throw them back on the bike. And I don't want to waste any time doing this, so let's do a good old snap. Man, it is crazy the difference what a new set of tires makes to a dirt bike. It's looking pretty dang sick. So the next job on the list, and it's actually funny, like I've been holding off on this project for so long that the bike actually started rusting again. So I got this used DID chain and a fresh master link, and the reason why I'm using used parts, this bike is primarily going to be used to either teach new people how to ride or just cruise around with my father and brother-in-law. So it's going to be thrashed. To me, it's not worth spending a boatload of money on the bike if people are just going to thrash on the thing. And another thing with the KDX 250s, big issue, and all of you KDX numbers are low. The KDX 250 was only produced for 4 years, so finding parts, especially plastics, is incredibly difficult. So I'm not going to stress about it too much. The bike is here to be used and to have fun. So let's throw on the chain and continue on with the progress. Alrighty, so there we go. The chain is on the bike. But, you know, getting the work done without the right tools, pain in the butt. So I had this little clamp that you can use for, you know, breaking chains or whatever. But as you can see, it actually bent the thread and the bracket itself. So I have a beefier one that I need to cut up and modify to do this. It's just like some old woodworking stuff, but at least got it on. But that one is going in the bin. Now the next job, we're going to use this flywheel puller and pull off the flywheel. So let's throw you guys back into time lapse, get the cover off and start working. Alright, so where we last left off, I pulled the flywheel off, inspected the stator. I actually pulled the entire stator off and I static tested it. It is getting resistance through the stator coil and the timing pickup, but I don't know what the specs are. So I don't know if it's within spec or not. I think there's a high likelihood that the stator is gone. It looks pretty old and crusty. But after that, I forgot to pick up the camera again, and I kind of went on. I just got in the zone and I wanted to get some stuff done on the bike. So what we did, I just hit the rad shrouds with some black paint. And I know obviously the paint's gonna chip off the plastic eventually, but it looks better than the faded green shit. I threw a lick of paint on the expansion chamber and threw that on. And then lastly, the silencer, I decided to chop up the silencer a bit. So it was about, it had like this little curve here. Oh, actually got it up here. So it was curved like this. It had this awful spark arrestor in it. So I cut it up, gutted it. I still need to cut out this, and we're gonna have to weld in a new perforated piece so we can actually get some silencer packing in there. But it's gonna look much better, and you guys will see it now when I throw it on the bike, and it saves a bit of weight and it should flow a lot better. So maybe a little bit of extra horsepower and torque. Probably won't notice the bigger difference. Biggest difference is gonna be the noise. It's gonna sound much better. So let me get this thing mocked up, assembled, and throw it on the bike. Alright, so how was that B-roll? I think the bike is starting to look freaking sick. So hopefully in the next KDX episode we'll have the stator sorted out. We've got something lined up for the gas tank. We're not going to remove any of the dents, we're just going to make it look pretty sick. And if those two issues are sorted out, then we can try to start the bike. Oh, and I need to finish the silencer and get some packing in there. But not much to go. It's just finding some parts that are scarce. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and guys, remember to go and enter the Farm Jam race. Let's go out there, have a great day together. And if you see me out at the race and you want to come say hi, please go ahead and come have a chat. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Peace out and keep ripping.